Standard 1, Content Knowledge. Students demonstrate the knowledge to create, use, assess, and manage theoretic and practical applications of educational technologies and processes. One assignment in my EdTech 501 class, we covered the Standard 1 indicator by studying and learning the AECT method of design. With learning from the course materials, I was able to put together my knowledge and research into a Google site website by incorporating YouTube videos and short amounts of texts to explain and teach about AECT. Along with the text and videos, I feel the indicators were met for covering content knowledge by appropriately assessing and integrating the correct learning with online technologies and instructional materials used for this site. Several YouTube videos were implemented into this site to teach about each phase of the AECT method of design. For my EdTech 506 class, we were introduced to Pecha-Kucha. Pecha-Kucha is a Japanese storytelling platform. Within this assignment, I incorporated my experiences working at the Boise Airport along with airport culture into this Pecha-Kucha on how to save your wallet while maneuvering the airport. This assignment used a lot of graphics to tell a story along with narration. For my EdTech 502 class, I constructed a learning website covering copyright, fair use, and plagiarism. For this website, I was able to demonstrate my ability to meet the indicators for Standard 1 by using my content knowledge of Adobe Dreamweaver to develop, use, and manage this online website, and following the AECT ethics by using graphics for free Creative Commons use that were not copyrighted, and by doing my own work. Standard 2, Content Pedagogy. Candidates develop as reflective practitioners able to demonstrate effective implementation of educational technologies and processes based on contemporary content and pedagogy. For my EdTech 504 class, I worked with senior citizens to teach them the basic skills of using Facebook. For this assignment, I was able to use basic pedagogy learning with transferring information from teacher to student, along with building on previous knowledge and also modeling what the students would be doing by showing them first how to do something, such as upload a photo to Facebook. We also used a scaffolding process to help the seniors retain their learning and to build more each time on what they learned previously. For my EdTech 502 class, I managed my Adobe Dreamweaver site that I created on World Virtual Tour Travel. I created this site to help people see parts of the world during the pandemic when travel was limited. This diverse learning environment incorporated a supportive learning community with text and graphics, along with inviting fun trivia and knowledge about each location. I also offered links about things to do, where to eat, where to stay, and what to see. Lastly, for my EdTech 501 class, I generated a 360 virtual tour of Spain for students to gain a more rounded view of a country and city they may never visit in person. I used this SAMRE model to integrate the technology into the lesson plan for a broader and more in-depth course implementing technology. Standard 3, Learning Environments. Candidates facilitate learning by creating, using, evaluating, and managing effective learning environments. For my EdTech 533 class, I constructed an animated learning environment by combining Powtoons and YouTube for an assignment based around the introduction of essential oils. I used scaffolding learning principles to teach and build upon previous learning. By creating this animation with Powtoons and uploading it to YouTube, an effective learning environment was constructed to meet the AECT Standard 3 on learning environments. For my EdTech 541 class, I used the topic of the Google Suite to assess and evaluate a comparison between Microsoft Suite and Google Suite. The power of the G Suite was produced after collecting data on both technologies to cover more information with, in my mind, the winner. I feel this use of an assessment strategy of collecting data and presenting an informed decision of the outcome meets the AECT standard of assessing and evaluating. Another assignment for EdTech 541 was created in Google Sites and focused on fair use and copyright. This learning environment was created by myself using ethics and best practices with respect to copyright and fair use to teach about this same topic. I feel this assignment meets the AECT standard 3.5 of ethics. Standard 4, professional knowledge and skills. Candidates design, develop, implement, and evaluate technology-rich learning environments within a supportive community of practice. For AECT Standard 4, in my EdTech 504 class, I worked with senior citizens to see if they could learn how to use Facebook. And then I wrote a formal evaluation about the project and learning outcomes. This was a collaborative effort by working with peers to give and receive feedback all throughout the process. This assignment meets the Standard 4 by using collaborative efforts, working with CMEs, and analyzing learners, designing instruction, and to then evaluate the impact on learners. For my EdTech 541 class, I constructed a lesson plan to integrate technology into the classroom. I designed the Buncee assignment in Google Slides and incorporating an online tool called Buncee that allows students to create a presentation for their peers with the online presentation maker using animation and video. I had students watch some quick YouTube videos to learn how to use Buncee, and then make a presentation for their classmates on the topic of their choice. Students were allowed to make this a collaborative effort or work alone. This course meets the AECT standards in regards to leading peers with design and implementing technology-supported learning. One assignment for my EdTech 541 class was to research out assistive technology for mobile devices and make a presentation on this topic. For this project, I used Google Slides to present my research and findings on this topic for special needs users, showing how and where to find assistive technology on different handheld devices. This assignment meets the AECT standards for demonstrating ethical behavior within a cultural context with respect to diverse learners. Standard 5, Research. Candidates explore, evaluate, synthesize, and apply methods of inquiry to enhance learning and improve performance. For my EdTech 505 class, I researched out and evaluated a product called Duolingo, which is an online learning language tool. For this assignment, we used inquiry methods of research to possibly enhance learning and evaluate performance. I used the research on Duolingo to determine if, in fact, it was an effective learning tool for learning a second language. This assignment meets the Standard 5 covering research and applying methods of inquiry to improve performance. For my EdTech 504 class, I did an assignment which was a research paper on constructivism and digital andragogy. This paper researched out how adults learn differently than younger students and added research in constructivism learning theory to combine technology into digital world of learning for adults. This assignment is focused on how to enhance learning with adults for online teaching, using newer methods of teaching due to the increase of online adult students these days. This assignment meets the AECT Standard 5 by using research to apply methodologies to enhance learning practices for online adult learners. Lastly, for my EdTech 503 course, I compiled research about the ARCS model of motivation for instructional design. For this assignment, I used my learning on ARCS and placed it all into a Google site covering the 4 categories of motivation, which are attention, relevance, confidence, and satisfaction. These are necessary for a student to be fully motivated in learning. This assignment meets the AECT Standard 5.3 by using formal inquiry strategies of assessing and evaluating for learning and performance. Thank you.